Potato.
How you doing, movie buffs? Thanks for tuning in to another week here at The Potato. So look, we all know how successful the Marvel Universe is at interconnecting a bunch of franchises. So naturally, it was only a matter of time before someone would attempt to develop their own, outside of the DCU, of course. Then in 2017, Universal officially announced their own upcoming film, The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise, would kick off their own shared universe featuring classic monster characters, titled The Dark Universe. They released a pretty cool logo and a slick photo of the high-profile actors who had signed on to play these characters. Unfortunately, that would end up being probably the only cool thing about it. Let's take a look.
Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man, Javier Bardem as Frankenstein with potentially Angelina Jolie as Bride of Frankenstein. These were just some of the announcements that came to pass when Universal announced its Dark Universe. But shortly after the release of The Mummy starring Tom Cruise, Universal quickly pumped the brakes after the film failed to meet expectations. It grossed $409 million worldwide, but reports on how much the production budget really was vary. Box Office Mojo listed at $125 million, while others speculate those numbers are actually closer to $200 million. Regardless, the film did lose the studio money, and reviews from moviegoers and critics were average at best. Universal then decided to rethink its approach. Shortly before the start of production, the studio decided to put the next film in the lineup, Bride of Frankenstein, on hold, and things would only start to unravel from there. Dark Universe producers Alex Kurtzman and Chris Morgan left Universal, and in 2018, Johnny Depp's The Invisible Man lost its screenwriter, Ed Solomon, telling Digital Spy, quote, "At the end of the day, I think Universal and I had a different idea of what the movie was going to be. We began thinking that our notions would meld, and I should have listened more closely to what they really were wanting. I think Universal had to come to a kind of reckoning of, what are we doing with the Dark Universe? And what is our real intention with it? And I think they are reconfiguring it now, which I think is probably good. So I'm not working on it." End quote. And only one movie in, it appeared the Dark Universe was dead. But then signs of it rising from the ashes appeared when artist Robert Vargas made the following post on his Instagram account, indicating that he had met with Dark Universe producers.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
But that would be the last signs that it actually had a pulse. In January 2019, it was confirmed that Depp was no longer attached to The Invisible Man, but the project was moving forward as a standalone film, not connected to any other monster films. It would later be announced in July 2019, The Haunting of Hill House actor Oliver Jackson Cohen would replace Depp in this Universal Blumhouse film. Regarding the Dark Universe not being able to successfully launch, former Dark Universe producer Chris Morgan had this to say, quote, "I don't have any regrets or anything like that. I think it's just, I think it probably was trying to come together too quickly, I would say. And I think everyone got to take a breath and take a step back and take a look at it. And now just focus on maybe doing it a little bit slower." End quote. So now as it stands, while the universe appears to be dead, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before they make another attempt at it. After all, these characters are a huge part of Universal's legacy, so it would make sense to regroup and make another attempt at it in the future.
Hey, a shared universe involving all these classic monsters isn't a bad idea. I'm on board. But as the DCU eventually learned, you can't just slap things together quickly and hope it all sticks. Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in as always. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next week. Thanks.